Peace and blessings, family. Shabbat Shalom. Sister Ajali, and I have to do this as quickly as possible so I don't have to. Doing shares, it may seem like I will have something for 19 minutes, but behind the scenes it's taken 3 hours to put it together, editing. So getting to this quickly. It's a tsunami. More than 200 dead dolphins and sea lions have washed up on California beaches. They want to say and blame the toxic algae bloom, but then they don't say, well, what's causing the algae bloom? What's the origin of that? Because that's not part of the biological cycle of life, that algae blooms go haywire, and what they're equating it with is that there's a reduced level of oxygen in the water, and thereby the creatures are dying. But there's a reduced amount of oxygen in the water because the phytoplankton have been killed, and they were initially recorded as being killed right when Fukushima popped off. So there are creatures that have been doing their best to hold on, but when you break that fragile life cycle, then chaos ensues. And the death of the phytoplankton removes the oxygen, which increases the acidity of the water. The pH balance is pivoted in favor of the algae. And so I'm happy to see them reporting on this. I just want to add to it the release of the tritium water. I think they've been releasing it on the regular, but I did hear reports that Japan is releasing it. So I just imagine they're just like full force letting all the tritium water out. And I've done shares where I've shown the science that tritium is far more deadly than they like to let out. It's a beta emitting isotope, which, as far as the trajectory, wouldn't sound like it's that disastrous. However, it's highly absorbable. It's radioactive water. It can seep in through your pores. And if you're swimming in it, and most of the life systems in the oceans will drink in whatever nutrients are in the water around them for survival, such as the phytoplankton, then it destroys the organism from the inside out with the emission of beta radiation, and it will put out gamma, because with each beta is a particle, I do believe it is, I don't think it's neutrons, but it's an electron disintegration. It releases gamma radiation, and gamma is hot. That is what is the real cause of climate turbulence. It's not just climate change, but it's increasing the vortex of all systems so that the weather is just chaotic. It's not the carbon dioxide, because all of this is emanating in the waters, and it's not turning into Coke or Pepsi or, Seagrams out there. It's turning into triated tritium water. And that is the cause of the reduction of oxygen in the oceans, and thus in the air that we breathe, which is going to have a whole host of symptoms that I'm not going to go into. And so I just want to share this, even though, I haven't changed. And this is a sacred day, but what I'm doing, if it's going to help save people's lives, then that is assisting what makes it a sacred day, which is us being human, caring, putting ourselves out there for the betterment of everybody. I'm here for Black us, but I don't hate anybody I hate what you do if you're going to hurt people. Of course, I'm going to hate that. But I don't just look at people and say, you don't look like me, I hate you. That would be stupid. And I never, ever want to live a stupid life. And so I ask for your assistance in whatever way is comfortable for you to do that, because the work I do is vital. There's nobody else doing this to the degree where, I end my day. I'm busy working all day long because I'm a homesteader, urban homesteader. But by the end of the day, I leave time to read the books written by the nuclear physicists and the researchers. So at this point in time, I really understand what I'm talking about. Ain't nothing I'm sharing part of a feverish imagination on my part, okay? So, yeah, that's all I need to share. Let me get on out of here. I'll probably take many days off so that I can start writing my Black Love novel, or doing more research on it, because I really want the background to be just tight so there's no gaps in the storyline. But it's just going to be fun. I'm going to write it in a way where it's just much simpler language, because I'm just naturally verbose. And that's not good for all of us when it comes to reading. My goal is to turn it into an audiobook, because those are so exciting. All right. I love you, family. Straight. Black family pride. Share the warning, because if we don't share this, if you're depending on me to get this out to everybody, what's happening here, it ain't gonna stop at the waters. Love you. Peace and blessings.